am here with my very own team member, Charity Reel. She is our e-commerce national sales manager. And we are going to be talking about Mayesh.com and giving you a virtual tour of all of the resources and online buying tools that are available to you today. Super, super exciting. I've heard a ton of feedback lately just from people who are, just getting back into buying flowers and just wanting to know more about what's going on. And they know that things have changed recently. I've heard some comments about people who might feel a little overwhelmed and intimidated by us, which we don't want you guys to feel intimidated. We want you to feel comfortable, ask questions. So we're just going to kind of lay out this piece of it for you. And then also, again, people aren't really sure sometimes how to get started. So this will hopefully help clear up those questions. And of course, as we are talking, and as with every episode, if you have any questions, be sure to post them in the comment section, and we will get to them, promise. While we are getting started, I would love for you guys to say hello. Let me know where you are from as well, because that's always fun to see. Also wanted to make sure before we get started that you subscribe to our email if you haven't already. This subscription definitely makes sure that you are in the know of everything that's going on. So anytime we publish a new download, any kind of resource, if we have an event, if we have any kind of promos, that type of thing, you'll be the first to know because we send out everything in email. So a really great resource for you guys, and I hope that you subscribe if you haven't already. Hi, Caitlin. How are you? And we got Margaret from Long Beach. Hey, girls. How are you? All right, so before we get into the meat of our discussion today, and I definitely don't want to waste too much time because we have a lot to go over, but I want Charity to take a couple minutes and just introduce yourself, Charity, if you can, and tell us a little bit about your flower story because, like me, you've been with Mayesh for a little bit now, huh?
At this point, do we actually say the time frame?
I think we could. I like to. It's fun.
Well, hello, everybody. Thank you for having me on the show today. I really enjoy the opportunity to go over all this information with each and every one of you because I'm very passionate about it. Yvonne asked about my story a little bit. I've heard a cliche in the industry that I didn't find flowers, flowers found me. And that's exactly what happened in my case. I called on Mayesh to actually reduce their freight cost. Got a job interview and got hired shortly after. So that's how my floral story began. And I've just had a wonderful time for the last 23 years representing this company and really utilizing my passion towards getting the flower knowledge out there to the people. I'm passionate about sales. And I'm also passionate about really partnering with people to change their lives. That's really what gets me up and gets me to work every single day because I represent one of the coolest companies there is. And I'm so thankful for that day walking down the street to try to change them over to switch their freight.
I love it. I love it. And we are lucky that we work for one of the coolest companies around and definitely in the industry. I love Mayesh. I know you do too. Your passion shines through in everything that you do for our company. And I really appreciate you. So super excited about today. So guys, you're not going to see our beautiful faces this whole entire time. We did put makeup on for you, but I'm going to share my screen and we're going to get started. So let me just do that and give me 1 second. Hold on, guys. All right, so we are just going to get started by sharing the home screen. This is where you go as soon as you go to Mayesh.com. And what I love about this is you pretty much can get to everywhere from here. And if you're not familiar with it, it has all these lovely sections. All the Mayesh market tools. We have our trending products. We have different information on different services that we offer. Any kind of new videos and promos that we have going on are at the very bottom. And of course, Remy is joining the show as he always does. So just wanted to make sure I pointed that out. And the first couple of things on here that you might notice and that you might already be familiar with if you already tune in is the blog. So the blog is my baby. That's my team works on this really, really hard. And we work on just providing a lot of great information for you guys, inspiration, education, just different knowledge, that type of thing. And, we've been focusing a lot on our video content. So if you guys aren't aware of our new Beautiful People of the Floral Industry series, be sure to check that out. It's really cool. But you'll find our design videos up here. Any new guides too, we'll post up here. Our Flower 411 is always a favorite, just to keep you updated on what is going on. Also from the homepage, you'll see this education button. You'll find a link to our educational downloads on the footer as well. But when you click on there, I talked a little bit about this just on our IG Live. So if you were there and listened to me and are here, thank you for listening to repeat. But we have all these really great downloads for you guys. Our newest one is the dried and preserved. We have a garland guide, reliable products guide, our flower care guide, which is really great, our rose guide, seasonal product availability, which is a comprehensive split out by months of everything that's available. It's not tons of pictures in it. It's more of a list type of thing, but it's a really great resource, especially if you're new in the floral industry. So I just wanted to point out those couple of things to you guys, so that way you're aware that they are available for you. Also, like on here, and I want Charity to really focus on all of our other tools that we have. But if you didn't know, we have a lot of locations across the country. I believe we're at 18 locations, and you can see all of that. So I know Charity talked a little bit when we were doing a different version of this video yesterday, and I'm just talking about when you have different destination event needs and things like that. If you're traveling, or maybe you're just in the area and you don't realize that we're there, because believe it or not, I hear all the time that they've never heard of Mayesh. It happens. And so that's why we're here, and we do these types of things, so that way people hopefully stumble upon us. So be sure to check that out in case you didn't know. We have all of these locations, tons of great local people. Our branches are always brimming with beautiful product. And I know we're going to be talking a lot about the e-commerce part of our business, but we have amazing salespeople, and we couldn't be the company that we are without those branches and those people. So they definitely deserve a big shout out. Right, Charity?
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's see. We talked about the educational resources and the blogs. So now, Charity, we definitely have two very powerful tools for our customers to use. One that they use, that they can do quotes with. So and that works with their reps too, which is a nice little segue talking about our locations. So we have our product planner, as well as our flower library, which lots of people use that and know about it. But Charity, let's get started, and can we do a demo of the product planner?
You betcha. Yeah, let's, before we get started, Yvonne, let's show our viewers how to get registered if they're actually not registered to receive the password to get into the program.
Yes, so, thank you for that reminder.
You're welcome. So to get started, it's really quite simple. There's two different ways you can really approach getting registered. Right here on the main web page, just under Mayesh.com, you'll find the register button there. And if you go ahead and click that register button, you'll just go through a few series of questions that are going to ensure that you're of the floral industry. We do sell to the trade only, so we want to ensure that you are of the floral trade. And we will ask for you to just, again, fill out a short questionnaire there. From there, once you complete that register document, we will then send you a temporary password. It's important to check your spam box too. We have heard in the past that sometimes, depending on the security of other people's computers, it could go into spam. So check for that password in that spam folder as well. And if you have any questions, you can certainly reach out to us. Another way to get registered, if you've got a pretty solid relationship with your sales rep, we are all familiar with the e-commerce program here at Mayesh. So you can just let your sales rep know as well that you'd like to get connected, and they can do the work for you if that's your preference.
Yeah, and just one little tidbit there too. I have heard feedback, because our registration form, I feel like, is a good length. It's not really short, and it's not crazy long. Probably airs a little bit on the long side, but we do a really good job of just making sure we're vetting people, that we are working with industry professionals, and that we aren't working with your clients and the end consumer, because we do get those type of people through there too. Even though we say that we don't sell to the public, people will still register. So we do our due diligence, and Jen McJunkin, she's our amazing person on that end that handles all of it, and she just really goes through and we do our homework. So it's all the information that we need to make sure that we can take care of you properly as a customer. So we're not asking for anything that's like out of the ordinary, but I've heard some feedback once in a while about our registration. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about that.
Perfect. Thank you, Yvonne.
Yeah.
Another thing that I think is really cool about our website is there's a lot of different points of entry to get to the same place. So if you see there at the very top of the photograph, you'll see product planner there that we're going to dive into. But if you scroll below as well, you can also access it from the home page. So you're guaranteed to be able to click around and get right where you need to be. So without further ado, let's get into the product planner, everybody. Product planner is really developed with our customers in mind. This is really just more of an organization piece that we put up here for empowering our customers. Think about always being logged in when you're using our website. And the reason for that is, Yvonne, I know you kind of already mentioned that in the beginning, but if you are logged into the site, any activity that you do in these following programs will link directly to your sales rep. So if you're not logged in, it'll kind of go into our registration center and we'll identify who your sales rep is. But just be sure that you're logged in, and that way all information saves in your account as well. Okay, so Product Planner is just really a place to design your event ultimately while staying organized. The event name you can put here, whether or not it's a birthday party you've got coming up or a wedding and event. You can see there your event date that you want to go ahead and allocate the flowers to. And then comment section. We included comment sections throughout the product planner, and the reason for that is these are comment sections that you can utilize to keep yourself as the florist more organized and be talking to your staff during the design process, or just make any notes that you'd like to there. You can also use the note section to communicate to your sales rep. Oftentimes we see where customers will write in here, hey, although I'm asking for particular rose varieties, I'm really open to any kind of blush varieties available. So those are always really helpful to consider filling in to help us really be a part of the conversation. Okay, next thing is item name. And we're going to go ahead and build our bridal bouquet. Let's start with that. We have one quantity. And here in the notes, we would write, our style here is really boho chic with a lot of texture and color. And then we're going to go ahead and start recipeing our bridal bouquet. Right here, when you click color, you're able to select a multiple of different colors. And let's go ahead and select blue. And in the search bar here, we have a short search, so you can start typing the flower. If we type in the word Tweedia, Tweedia will automatically pull up. And then we'll allocate ourselves how many stems we'd like to make in the bouquet. So in this case, let's go ahead and use 3 stems for our bridal bouquet. And then we're going to add to our recipe. Let's add in a little bit of blush. And let's add in some ranunculus. Okay, we're going to also do about 3 stems of ranunculus in our bridal bouquet. And adding another item. Let's go ahead and select brown. Type in grevillea foliage for that awesome texture. And we're going to utilize probably about 2 stems there. Okay, now during this process as building my bridal bouquet, I realized, maybe the bride had mentioned to me that they weren't really interested in blush ranunculus. So if we wanted to go ahead and edit that, we can just simply remove it straight from this section here. Okay.
Yep.
And now we are ready to go on into the centerpieces.
Okay, there we are.
So on and so forth throughout the event. We can go ahead and keep adding many different things. We've got 20 centerpieces. We want to go ahead and make a note to, let's say our Mayesh sales rep, we're going to make a note. I'd like to stay within budget of $45 per centerpiece. Here are some of my ideas. And then you can go ahead and line item each idea that you have going down the product planner. One thing here at Mayesh that we really pride ourselves in is really trying to see through the eyes of inspiration. And so in this section, you can actually add in any inspo photos that you have communicated with your bride or your party planner into what it is you're actually looking for. So you can add those in very easily. And I recommend that you do too. In this world of flowers right now, everything, we really want to trust our sales reps and know that they are our eyes and ears on the floor. So by empowering them with images and inspo is really always a good idea.
Right. And so you scroll down on the bottom, that's where you can upload your files. You can see some of my pictures that I've taken recently.
You can add as many as you like there too. But on the receiving end of these product planners for my customers, I do again really find that kind of fast tracks the process for us. And once you submit your product planner, that does directly go to an email to your sales rep as well as yourself. And your sales rep then will reach out and ask you if you'd like to receive pricing based on this product planner, or if you were just in there organizing yourself for future events. You're not committing to an order by using the product planner. You're simply just engaging with Mayesh and all of the tools we have to offer you.
Yeah, and the thing I love about the product planner is that it'll total up everything at the end too. So that's the point of it. And so you can change around your quantities and just kind of play with that and not have to redo everything. So it's really cool. I love this tool. It's pretty fun. All right. Submitting it, and there it goes over to my sales rep.
That'll show up in my inbox in a moment.
Yes. I am not getting married again. All right, so that's the product planner, guys. Now let's move on to the flower library. This is an amazing tool. It has over 7,000 products listed. That shows the product availability. It's definitely a work in progress, though, guys. I want to make sure that you know that we are always working on adding more images and also just tweaking our availability information to make sure that it is as best as we know it is at this moment in time. So Charity, do you want to share some features that we can show everyone on ways to just do different searches and build quotes?
Absolutely. Flower library is definitely somewhere where I spend a lot of my time. Even after all these years with Mayesh, I would consider myself kind of a floral specialist, but I do go into the flower library to pull inspiration constantly because what we've done here is really just an incredible movement in the floral industry. Honestly, I remember back in the day when we used to have to contact our location buyers and ask questions like what's available next March in this particular flower or color, and we'd have to have lag time and wait for that person to get back to us, get back to the customer, and through the evolution of technology and everything, I'm just so proud to bring this to our viewers. Our whole team is. We've really, like Yvonne said, have worked very hard on it, and it is always a work in progress. As you all know, flowers are constantly evolving and changing, and although we do our best on really capturing the true color of the flower as well, it can vary a little bit from computer screen to computer screen or farm to farm. So really, help us use this tool as a point of reference and historical availability because things can change a little here or there. But we'll walk you through this and show you how valuable this could be for your businesses. So we've actually created the flower library to do an extensive search, really. So if you see here, we're logged in under October. So October automatically filters all the flowers historically available from all over the world. Every region that we get flowers from will pull up right here in the flower library. And so that's what we would call more of our mega menu. That has a total there that you see over 3,000 products available in the month of October. And now if we really wanted to kind of narrow things down, we could say, let's say we have an event in November, and our event is a particular date in November. Let's pick a weekend date.
There it goes. I got stuck there for a second. Okay.
November 14th. We've got an event November 14th, and we want to kind of shortcut what's going to be available for our event. What just happened right now is the system just automatically pulled up all the flowers available now, historically November 14th. Okay. I also want to point out, Yvonne, the two bold black boxes and the different view options. We have the list view that we're currently in, where you'll see more images per page, and then the grid view increases the picture size and just changes the format. It's all the same information, it's just a different way to view a format.
Yeah, I'm partial to the grid view, but I feel like most people use the list view.
Yeah. So the list view we do find can sometimes, just depending on your connection, can speed your browser up a bit because it's not thinking so hard with such large photos. But we did want to point out that those two options are available to you. And then the next kind of trick in utilizing the flower library is the show box. We have it indicated as 100. I believe when you're a first-time user and you sign in for the first time, the auto default is just 16. So go ahead and click it to 100 so you can see more items on a page. And we'll scroll down to the bottom and kind of show you the page flip there. So you can see right there at the bottom is where you can flip the pages.
Yeah, and it's
the same screen.
Yeah, and it's at the top too, in case you know that you already want to page over. Let's say you know you don't want anything in A's.
Yeah. So here's the fun thing, and I use this quite often just as a sales rep for Mayesh, is to where people will call and say, hey, I've got an event and I've got these colors. So Yvonne, let's go ahead and go through that exercise. Well, we're in our November 14th event date, and our client is looking for a particular color palette. So on the color wheel here, you can just simply click multiple colors, and let's select orange, red, burgundy, and pink. And to all of our viewers out there, we're looking for any questions, anything you may have here. This is really the moment in any of the demos that we do with new customers, existing customers, where we get all the oohs and the ahs, because this is truly quite an amazing tool to shortcut some of the ways that we've previously done business and finding out seasonality on products. So it's really quite a phenomenal tool. So what you see here is the system just automatically filtered historically the flowers available in the color palette we just asked the system to do. Along this journey in e-commerce, we did get a few feedbacks from customers that we definitely like to hear from everybody. So if you guys ever have any ideas for us to improve or help simplify your life, please be sure to reach out. But in this particular case that I'm referring to, the customer had said that they may need multiple categories in order to do their searches. So maybe they're not as interested in Alstroemeria or some of the other flowers. You can simply select multiple categories in the color palette that you're looking for the event date you need. And that'll narrow your search down. For me personally, I always like to kind of search through the mega menu because I'm always going to run into things that I may not have thought of during that date range. But again, those options are all available to you. Pretty cool, huh?
I love it. I just wanted to point out for those of you, if you're not looking for anything on a date and you just want to look maybe more at like color and all of the library, just click this little box here and then you'll be able to see the entire library too. And if you're searching and want to just start over, just click the reset button and then it'll clear everything out that you've already selected.
Yep. Yvonne, if we want to talk about that search bar right below the reset button as well, that is you get a quick phone call and somebody's asking if a particular flower is available. During a certain month, you can just type in that flower on the short search, put in the time frame that you need, and it'll automatically pull up the history of that particular flower.
Yep. Do you want me to click into a flower and we can talk a little bit about what you see on that page too?
Absolutely.
And
that's when Yvonne talks about clicking into a flower. If you guys prefer to look through the list view, if you actually click the smaller image, it will become large.
Yes. Oh, I don't know how to spell. Let's see. I want to use a certain Arindium because we just got a review on it. What is it called though? Hold on. I'm going blank. Just give me a second. I'll get there, I promise. Oh, blue.
Blue dynamite?
Blue dynamite. Was it blue dynamite? No, I'm not sure. It's the one that's soft. I don't know if that's it. It doesn't matter. Okay, go ahead.
So as you can see, the image got larger, and we also put a lot more information here in this feature by the seasonality listed below as well. And you know, in this day and age of reviews, I think it's really important that we have reviews on this page too. I just recently told a funny story to me. It may not be funny to everybody, but I was in the car with my teenage kids, and I was so excited to go to this particular restaurant. And I hear from the backseat just yelling and hollering and saying, "Ew, we're not going there. We're not going there. It only has 3 stars." And I was like, it is a star world, isn't it? Needless to say, we didn't go to the restaurant, but
yes,
we did add reviews here to our website. So, you know, if you have a great experience with a flower or any experience at all, we encourage you to write reviews so that all of our viewers can experience some feedback on the product as well.
Yes, and we do have some reviews, and that's what I wanted to show everyone. Let's see, here we are. I think it's this one. There's one in here. There we are. Look. And thank you to David, who has provided a few reviews for us already, but we would love more from you guys. So the things that you love, we want to hear, share it with people, that kind of community feel. We love that. So if you have some information to share, that would be great. I was trying to find the one in the Ringium. I don't know why I can't find it right this second, probably just because I'm live and, you know, I got live brain right now. But I loved the feedback that the person provided because they talk about how I think it's the Blue Lagoon Aringium is like a softer, when you're touching it, it's soft as compared to the other ones that are very prickly. So again, just really great things to be able to share with people. And I love this feature. So cool.
Yeah, it is pretty nice. So take advantage of it, please.
Yeah. Awesome. Good. Mm-hmm. So we talked about product library. We talked about our product planner. We talked about the flower library. You want to dig into online shopping?
Hey, Yvonne, let me share with our viewers out there as well. When you place in a quote, again, that will go directly to your sales rep, and you will hear from your sales rep. We're really trying to get back to everybody by 48 hours. So if you don't hear from us within 48 hours, please be sure to reach out. It's important for us to get you the price points that you're looking for. A quote is a quote. You're looking to hear back from us on pricing. And so by indicating how many flowers of each item you need and physically placing a quote, it'll end up in your inbox as well as your sales rep's inbox. And we're pretty committed to get right back to you so that we can help you confirm the order and revise it if needed.
Yeah, and so it's just really easy. You guys saw me clicking the quote buttons. You can change the different quantities. You build it out. You can select your expected delivery date. Make sure your information's there. You have to make sure that you tell us that you're not a robot. So that way we're not getting spammed by these crazy spider things that go through the website and submit quotes like for fun. And then just click submit quote. And then, yeah, what Charity said, it goes right to your sales rep, which is really great. And then just a good communication can start from there. Anything else you wanted to mention about the flower library?
No, I think we covered it. It's pretty user friendly, and that's really our intention behind the e-commerce experience, is to really try to get to the point that you're trying to achieve within 3 clicks or less. And so it's really our hope that everybody finds it to be very cohesive and understandable. And as we venture into some of these other buying tools where you will actually see pricing and be able to point and click and make a purchase, looks a lot like the flower library. And the reason for that is so that we can make sure that everything feels and looks the same as you're going through your experience. So
Yes.
Yvonne, I'd love to dive into those buying tools because that's where people can actually get flowers in their door.
Love it. Let me know which one you want to start with.
Okay, perfect. So let's go ahead and start with Farm Direct. Farm Direct is one of our newest, just launched programs here on e-commerce.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm excited about this, and this is really cool. And it being farm direct, that's a reason why it's a next week ordering type of deal. And so it's all good. And if you forget what everything means, we explain everything too at the top. So that way, because we know everything's changing and we're adding new tools, but we want to try and make it as easy as possible for you guys. Okay. Right. And question that we get a lot, Charity, is if freight is included in these prices. Very good. Good to know. Sounds good. So you can just change your quantity in these boxes and just hit the cart button and adds it to your cart. Super simple. Want it? Yes. Right on. All right. So I'm just going to delete what's in our cart because I don't want to buy Alstroemeria assorted fancy right now. We can't hear Charity's voice. I can hear you. That's not good. I don't know what to do about that. Hold on. Maybe get closer to your webcam, Charity. Yeah. What do you guys say? Can you hear Charity better? We can only hear you. Where 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 are you though? I don't see you even on here. Hold on. Hmm. Charity, can you refresh your screen? And guys, for those of you that can hear me, can you let me know when you couldn't hear Charity? So that way we can maybe do a little redo there. Can you guys hear me? Can only hear. Muted, muted. All right. All right, hold on. All right, let's see. It's like she's created crazy muted. Okay, so she refreshed. Can
Test,
you guys
test. Can you hear me okay?
let's see. There's always a little bit of a delay. So let me know if you guys can hear Charity now. Charity, go ahead and talk. The issue started at the beginning of Farm Direct. Okay, last 5 minutes cut out as soon as you went into this section. Good to know. Thank you. Charity, go ahead and talk and see if they can hear you now.
Testing, testing. Charity here, going back to the beginning of the Farm Direct.
Yes.
Can y'all hear me okay?
All right, there we go. Thanks, Jen.
Yay!
I feel like I don't know if it's because so many people go live now, but ever since COVID, I have had an issue with almost every single one of my lives. It's just bananas. All right. So
Okay,
I
good.
will try and do a better job at checking that. It's just I have lots of screens open. Okay, everyone says yes. All right, so we're gonna start all over from the top of Farm Direct, guys. And we get there going through buying tools, clicking on Farm Direct. You can also click on it from our homepage. But for this, we're going to just click on Farm Direct. And Charity, I will let you take it from there, from the top.
So Yvonne, thank you guys, and sorry about that tech issue there. I'm not sure what you heard or what, but I'll start from the very beginning. And I think it's important that we say this on this show, Yvonne, that there definitely has been a little bit of confusion on Farm Direct box lots because this is formally a program that we used to call Miami box lots. Ultimately, we've just given it a little bit of a facelift and have added it to our e-commerce experience. So if you are a longtime customer and you've used formerly called Miami box lots, it is now called Farm Direct box lots. Truly the same program, just a new little facelift and more accessibility 24/7 on our website, outside of the cutoff times, of course.
Yes.
Okay. So right here we have indicated the available dates that you can get these products in, and the pre-book cutoff. Farm Direct box lots does have a pretty strict pre-book cutoff, so please take note of that time frame. And Yvonne, let's go ahead and show our viewers the first line item here. So all of our assorted boxes are going to always display a black and white image, and that's really for the sake of we don't want to misguide anybody as to what's in the box. So we do leave that image black and white. And if you look here in the quantities, we have 50 boxes available. Per order, we have 15 bunches per box, and the price is $3.25 per bunch and $48.75 per box. in most of our, not all of them, because we just introduced a new program, but in most of our case quantities, you do have to order by the case. So Yvonne, let's go ahead and put in 2 boxes of Australia Fancy assorted into our cart. Okay, we're going to go ahead and review our cart, and our cart is going to subtotal our flower total. And it's also going to allow us to be able to edit from here as well. And a very important thing that you'll notice right at the top of our cart is a time clock that just started. That time clock is going to allow you 1 hour to shop, and it does expire. So if you guys exceed 1 hour of shopping, your cart will clear, meaning that your flowers will then empty out of the cart. So pay attention to that time counter. If it gets down to 5 minutes, go ahead and check out and start a second order if need be. There definitely are no penalties or anything like that for doing duplicate orders, but let's always watch that time clock. I've gotten a few calls before saying, what happened to my flower cart? It emptied.
Yes. And we're trying to be fair to everyone. So, and then things go quickly. You got to get in there. Great.
So Yvonne, we just got that question again, and we did go over it, but I suppose I was, not being able to be heard. But does the price include shipping? And the answer to that question is it includes your branch drop-off cost. So if you're a pickup customer at a local branch, that is your cost that you would pay. If you have local deliveries from your branch at that point, your local delivery charges will apply in addition. And then if you're a FedEx or common carrier customer, they do not include to the doorstep delivery cost. So you'll have to keep that in mind to factor in that additional charge if you're a FedEx or common carrier customer.
Yes, great question, Brooke. All right, so I'm gonna delete out that Allstro because, as I said before, that you guys, maybe you heard me talking to myself, but I don't need Allstro right now. All right. Anything else about Farm Direct you want to talk about, Charity, before we move on?
No, we're just excited to have it on our website now, and so we encourage everybody to get involved. And the moment that you place an order, it does go straight into our system as a confirmed order. So if you have any changes, please be sure you let us know, because it is an active live order. Once you click checkout, it becomes something that we will begin the purchasing process of securing those flowers for you. So just know when you're shopping in this section and also in the other section, we'll show you it's a live order.
Exactly. And I think the one other piece of information that was important that you brought up when no one could hear you is about the pricing, about how that is really dependent on the logistics and the branch and where you guys are at. So, Charity said, if you're taking notes and you're seeing these pricing, I have different pricing than what you might have at your local branch. So just a good thing to note there. Where to next?
So let's talk a little bit about Live and Local. Live and Local is quite a little program.
Yes.
Little in no way, actually.
It's definitely one of our more exciting ones. It's definitely more technical on our end, so it's going to take a little bit to roll out. But I'm super excited about Live and Local. I cannot wait for people to hear about this.
Yeah, so Live and Local is basically, the meaning behind it truly is it's a live inventory at your local branch. So currently, like Yvonne said, it's going to be a little bit of a slower rollout for all branches, but if you're interested in knowing what branches are currently participating, you can view that. I don't know, Yvonne, are we able to show them that main page, or because you're logged in, I don't think we can?
I mean, I can log out real quick just so we can show people. So let me log out. And
so if you're interested in engaging in this program, you'll be able to see which branches are currently participating and which branches start to come rolling on.
Right.
So you can see that we have Miami, Detroit, Charlotte, and Houston active in the Live and Local program. And the reason for this, we haven't, we're rolling it out a little bit slower because it is a very labor-intensive program on our end. And so we're making sure we're just working out all the kinks before we go nationwide on it. But we also have a questionnaire on our website too. If you're interested in Live and Local, you can let us know your thoughts, and we'll continue to keep pushing forward with this program because it's a pretty cool program.
Yeah, I love this. And just so you guys know who are listening, we're working on Seattle right now. They're going to have an event that we're going to be announcing soon. So you guys got a little inside scoop on that. And then I believe we are working after that on LA. So haven't heard updates on when that'll be happening. But, again, just keep your ears open and definitely subscribe to our email. So that way, again, you're in the know of when all of those things happen. Super exciting.
Okay, Yvonne, let's go ahead and go back to the Live and Local program, and I'll do just a quick little demo for y'all to see what it's truly about. Here in Houston, where I'm located, we have the program available 24/7, meaning that you can shop day or night. And this is a view into my local inventory here. So it's for same week pickup or deliveries when available. And you'll see there, I have acacia foliage in my cooler right now. I have 8 bunches. There are 10 stems in a bunch. You see the price point right there. And then in this section, it is a way to customize your flower order. So you don't have to buy any type of quantity less than what the bunch quantity is. So here we can buy just 1 bunch if we wanted to. Okay. And this kind of scrolls through all of the different inventory and a wonderful way to customize your flower order.
Yes, I love it. And again, it works just like everything else that we have. It has all the different filters on the side, and so that way you can really drill down if you're looking for something in particular. But this list isn't too bad, 226 items, so you can easily scroll through. We have 3 pages here. Love it, love it, love it. This is so exciting for people. People love being able to shop and know exactly what they're getting and the price, and everything is there, right in front of you.
Yvonne, I think it's really important for us to make mention here too, is that all these e-commerce programs are, and we've said it several times throughout the show, are connected to your sales rep. So it's not like a real hands-off experience. So in the case of Live and Local, you actually place the order, your rep gets a copy of the order, and they spring into action pulling the flowers for you. And so if you have a relationship with your sales rep and they know what your blush is or what your lavender is or what your real expectations on each particular flower could be, or possible addition ideas. This does end up in the hands of your sales rep, and they are the ones that are the final sign off on the order in Live and Local. So that relationship definitely is still there. So rest assured that this is just a way to give you guys more options.
Yes. So good. Anyone have any questions on Live and Local? Let me check. Let's see. Planet opened. I have a question just in general from Serenity. She says, anytime Farm Direct is planning to open to individuals, I'm learning and want to be a professional florist soon. Would love to get special and fresh flowers from Farm Fresh. You have any advice for Serenity, Charity?
Serenity, I think it's just, I think what you're doing here today to learn more about the floral industry is really important. Utilizing some of the tools that are in front of you to help empower you to constantly investigate your passion in the floral industry, and surrounding yourself with floral professionals, I think is really the way to kind of get things going. And once you become a professional florist and of the floral trade, all of these things would be available to you. But I think getting started, you're in the right spot.
Exactly. And also, if you are just wanting to buy with flowers to play around with and things like that, doing it this way probably isn't the best thing for you anyhow, because you're not going to need 100 stems of one thing probably when you're just learning how to design flowers. Yeah. So anyone that's here that is one of our people that have been designing flowers for a while, if you have any advice for Serenity on where to get flowers while she's learning to play before she opens up her business, that would be great. I'd love for you. I know some people are here, love to share. Well, I don't see my normal share. Penny usually is on here, and she always has lots of great advice for everyone. So loves to share. Okay. So that is live and local, guys. Again, super exciting. Be sure to stay tuned for tentative rollout dates for your branch. And again, if you want it at your branch, we'd love to hear from you. Go ahead and click that coming soon button and you can fill out the form. And I'm the one that gets those and I share it with management and our branches so that way they know and hear from you guys. All right. What next, Charity?
We're going to go back into buying tools here. And let's go ahead and click into our next direct box lot purchasing program. This is called Mayesh Direct Box Lots, and it's 3-day availability. It's live inventory in our Miami branch. So this is owned inventory coming straight out of Miami on your next distribution trucks to your local branch. And if you click on the calendar here, what that'll show you is when those next trucks are coming in for your branch. And again, as Yvonne mentioned, that her login credentials are based off of what I can tell is definitely the Miami credentials. But for you, if you were at a branch, say in Orange County, your calendar dates are going to be a lot less because you'd be receiving 1 to 2 trucks per week. And so once you click on that date, that indicates the date that the flowers will be to your Mayesh branch. I think a lot of times in this area, Yvonne, we get questions as to saying, I didn't want flowers until Wednesday, but the only truck date I had was Monday. Go ahead and pursue purchasing your flower order for Monday and just communicate to your sales rep that you want to pick it up or have it delivered on a different date.
Good advice.
Okay. The cutoff is important here, and we hear a lot of times, what are the best shopping days for this inventory? When is the inventory the most robust? And, the answer used to be, Thursdays were just a bang up day in the inventory. You're really going to get a lot of different options and flower selections. But we're working so hard behind the scenes to keep this inventory just constantly flowing with flowers. And so, Thursdays are great days. Saturday, Sunday, Monday are fabulous days. And so this inventory is not everything that Mayesh carries. This is certain regions of flowers that we carry. We are offering by the case quantity through Miami. So you're not going to find a lot of, currently anyway, you're not going to find a lot of California product out of here. You're going to find a lot more of your import products through here.
Very good.
And I think let's go ahead and show some of my favorite tricks and tips in this program. Again, we have our show box at 100. And right next to that box is a box called Sort By. And this box, if you do the drop down, is going to give us the opportunity to shop by price. So if we wanted to pull up the least expensive flowers first, let's say we're a shop business and we wanted to go ahead and see what Mayesh had available in roses for next week by the least expensive price point first. Color's not that important. We just want to know what roses we have available. All you do is just pull down your category bar to roses, and automatically is going to pull up the inventory in roses by the least expensive price points first.
And this is great, especially when, roses have been a little crazy lately.
No, the bridal Aikidos at that price point, I mean, there's so many wonderful values here. The sweet Eskimos there. And, Yvonne, I think a lot of times when doing these demos with floral industry professionals, oftentimes I hear, but, we don't want to buy a whole case of one flower. And I definitely recognize that there is, a point there that you have. But if we break it down by the thought process of math, really, oftentimes if a box is packed 100 stems or 150 stems, if you're buying off your local sales floor just a couple of bunches, sometimes it's going to be near or close to the price if you were to just go ahead and buy the full case quantity. So I encourage you to kind of break things down from a math standpoint. Yep. When you're asking yourself whether or not that quantity is something that you can handle.
That makes sense.
I think too, in the world of, especially with everything going on, I think we're all really focusing on our businesses, and you can utilize those extra stems for, additional branding for your business, marketing, and really just so much more.
Great ideas.
Okay. So in this program as well, let's assume that bridal, well, actually, Yvonne, if you want to go ahead and look up quicksands.
Variety.
Quicksand roses, we know that this is a major trending item right now. And right now in this inventory, we have one box of quicksand roses at $1.09 per stem. Okay. Now, if this is your favorite flower and you want to be notified every single time it comes into our inventory, we created a wish list, and that's the little heart. If you click on the heart and you go to your account settings and you turn on the notification, every single time quicksand roses come into the inventory, you will receive an email notifying you that they're there. So you can be the first one to the punch.
I love that feature.
This is a live inventory, so it does deplete. So it's kind of luck of the draw of who gets it first, and so this is a helpful tool to ensure that you're getting some of your favorites.
Yeah, and I love that feature because you'll see the hearts throughout our whole entire website. It's not just for Mayesh Direct Box Lots, and especially now that with Live and Local kind of rolling out, and the Farm Direct, and there's just a lot more different types of products that you'll be able to get notified on and be able to like get first dibs on, if you're really interested in those things. So super, super cool.
Yep. And then if you ever want to modify that wish list, you can go in and just edit from your main page.
Yep.
Okay. Alrighty, let's go ahead and hit reset and go back to the beginning. Anytime you're in this program, you can always hit reset and it takes you right back to that main inventory. And let's kind of riff off of the idea of being a retail business or, event company even at this point. So that was a little shortcut that we showed you how to shop by price. And so let's go ahead and keep it. It is still clicked at price unit ascending, which means the least expensive price first. And let's go back to our colors now. So we have an event next week and we are on a budget. So our event next week is white and cream. Just click any multiple colors of your event the following week. And now the inventory is going to pull up all the least expensive flowers and the color palette of white and cream. Okay. You'll see the one-offs like the antique pink white, and that's because the computer system is thinking about, the word white, and because it's tied in with the word pink, it will pull up. So you'll have those few one-offs.
Right.
But overall, this is a very useful tool. And it's, again, live inventory, so you can ensure that that order is going to be to you the following week.
Yes. Love it. Love it.
Okay. Yvonne, I want to take our viewers for just a moment through some of this inventory. If we want to go through and just kind of, share the hydrangea section. We have such a wonderful team behind the scenes that are, floral fanatics, and they truly do understand what our customers are looking for. And so in the case of hydrangea, we've recognized that sometimes, we don't want to buy a whole box of white hydrangea, not in all cases anyway. And so what we've done is we've created all these different boxes of hydrangea selections, like the love mix, or the red, the blue and the white mix that you can see here. And if you hover over that little star when available, that star shows you what the breakdown inside the box is. We don't have it on every feature, but we do have it on some. And so when it is there, hover over so you can truly see what's in that box.
I love this feature. I think this is so cool. So we have the 50-50 mix now, the love mix. We have a grape mix, this big petal assortment mix. Again, just trying to make sure that, for those people who can't, just what Charity said, can get the big giant quantities of things, this really helps with that sort of thing.
Yeah. And pricing is key here, guys. These price points are, direct pricing. So that's the real advantage of shopping online as well. So take some time after this demo and go through there and find some of the things that are favorites for you to carry and do some cost comparisons, because we're really in the market to fight for the business and give you a fair price with the industry's freshest flowers. These are not reduced pricing based on any other reason other than the fact that we're really just trying to give our customers many solutions to buying flowers and reaping the benefit of the case quantity reduced price points.
Love it.
Peonies is a fun one. Yvonne, if you want to dive into peonies, that season is just starting.
I always want to dive into peonies. Who doesn't want to dive into peonies? I get so excited for peonies season. And so does Remy, my dog.
So, those are some nice price points for the season just starting. They will definitely start to get a little bit lower in price as the season just becomes more and more plentiful. But we've got really just a plethora of different items, whether or not it's your everyday type flowers or your more high-end novelty flowers. You will definitely find a great selection right here in this program.
Sorry, I was speaking and I was muted. I think you can hear me now, right? Yes. Can you hear me, Charity?
I can hear you.
Okay, cool. So peonies, for example, beginning of this week, I sent out those emails for Mayesh Market, Mayesh Direct Bot Slots. And so when I did the peony section, I definitely highlighted those. I think we had like 8 or 9, almost 10 different types of boxes of peonies there. So, as Charity mentioned, we are in the middle of the week, and everything kind of fluctuates. So just something that's really cool. Also, if you guys haven't tried using this menu here, this is the Mayesh Direct Bot Slots menu. We have different categories as well that you can pick from. I use this when I'm looking for pictures and things like that. And also wanted to point out.
Yeah, I was going to say, click the preserved, click the
preserved. I love preserved. People love preserved. It's like a big deal right now. And so we've been doing a really great job of keeping the preserved inventory up. We just got a bunch of new boxes. I actually just have a bunch of new pictures that I need to send over to our e-commerce team. And again, Remy's really, really excited. I don't know if you want to say anything else too about preserved, Charity. I'll mute myself.
No, I think the preserved product, we've done a phenomenal job of really increasing our inventories for everybody to have something to shop from in there. So whether or not it's some of the dyed and dried, or whether or not it's some of the more natural look, there is something in there for everybody. I've really enjoyed the process of the preserved movement, and like I said, you're going to find something in there that's going to ooh and ah you and your teams. And again, don't forget those stars. Those are always the trick to identifying what's in there.
Yes. And also we have some really great mixed boxes too that our team has been working on, making sure that they're in the inventory right now. We have kind of these preserved Berlino mixed boxes, and my dog is going crazy. Someone must be outside right now, or my husband's getting home, one of the two, because he gets really excited for Brian. And we also have these really great Tokyo boxes. Looks like we finally sold out of those. And so be sure to keep your eye out for those types of things too. If, again, these at least last for a very, very long time, so you don't have to worry about them going out on you. But yeah, just be sure to check those out.
Yvonne, will you take us back to list view really quick? Because one thing kind of, when you said the word sold out, it's important for us to mention this to our viewers and all of our customers that are utilizing this program, new or already been using it. But that first line of item there, we'll use that as an example, preserved bouquet fancy pink. You can see we have in our inventory 4 boxes, 30 bunches in the box. If you were a customer that needed 5 boxes of that particular item, go ahead and purchase the 4 boxes and secure that for yourself at that price point, and then contact your local branch for the 5th box. The 5th box will be just market pricing, and we are not able to honor the online pricing, but take advantage of it when you can. So again, if you need a little bit more than what you see on there, it happens quite a bit where customers will go in there for 1,000 stems of white roses and only find 700 or 800 stems. They'll reach out for the balance. So that's how you consolidate your flower orders. But always start with your e-commerce site first to reap the benefits of those nuggets of lower cost when available.
Yeah, that's a great point. Thanks, Charity. All right. So anything else you want to talk about with Mayesh Direct Box Lots?
If there's no questions, I think we really covered it. Again, we try to make it easy and fun and interactive, and we're constantly adding more and more images. I think that's probably one of the things we hear the most is they'd love to see more images, and we are working on that every single day. And
literally every day.
Yeah.
I promise you guys.
So really, I mean, just get in there and enjoy it, and share the information with all your floral professional friends out there. We worked really hard on it, and we know that it's going to be a game changer and a real time saver for our floral friends.
Yeah. So because we're getting towards the end, guys, but we still have a couple of things. Reminder, I do have a promo code for you all. That's just exclusive for our listeners. But before we get to that, let's talk a little bit about the account page, because there's a lot of great things there for our customers and lots of benefits for everyone.
That's one of the reasons why we really encourage customers to be logged in, because then all of your activity will save in your account. So right there, hovering over your name at the top will take you into a list of all kinds of different things available under your account, and one of them being your invoice history. If you are coming to the year's end, which we are very close to, and you need record of all of your invoice history with Mayesh to forward to your CPA or whatever your needs are, 5 years of your invoice history will be housed in your account. So it doesn't start the day you register, but if you're an existing customer and you get registered, up to 5 years will be in your history. And no matter if you're shopping at your local branch, online, or at other destination of branches, it'll all log in this one place. And you'll also, if you have a credit that you have had a quality issue with a flower, you've contacted your sales rep and reported the problem, they will go ahead and write you a credit. And in this section, you can see if that credit's been issued and have a copy of it as well.
So great. Yeah. So good.
You want to go into quotes and product planner there too?
Yeah. I have quotes in there. I don't have any invoices, obviously, so I don't buy anything. But got a couple quotes in there, so that way you can view them, and there's the PDF for it.
So I think one of the cool things about that product planner section too, so this is all of your history of everything that you've placed online in those sections. The product planner was really cool. I heard a story from a customer before that had mentioned to me they had developed their product planner through there, and we confirmed the order with them, and it was about a month out until the flower order was set to receive at their doorstep. And what they did was they went into their product planner and printed it out and put it on all of the design tables for the designers to follow the recipe. And I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, I love that. I think that's really great. And it definitely, when people are really trying to make sure that they're staying on budget and not losing money on their events and weddings, the product planner is a great tool to use. And then there's your wish list too. So you can get to that a couple different ways. Easy peasy. Love it, love it. All right, guys. All right, let me go to my blog real quick so I can show you. Tag your swag, right? So we have this really cool promotion going on this month, guys. I just wanted to make sure that you're aware of. So anytime you purchase a Mayesh Direct Box Lot, there is a chance throughout the end of this month that you are going to get some swag some surprise swag. So be sure to look out for that. And if you get swag, you're going to get this cool little card. It has directions on there. So that way you can get a special discount if you tag your swag and post it on Instagram. So check that out. Be on the lookout. And I just wanted to say thank you to anyone that does tag their swag. It's just a fun little thing that we're doing this month. And then for you guys, for everyone that's listening or watching, I just wanted to let you know. Here, let me turn off the solo thing and bring us back on here. Hi guys, and my door is open because Remy came barging in, and so we're a little, I'm disheveled a little bit. That's okay, right? So I wanted to make sure that you guys get the information for our special promo for you. Let me just bring it up. I thought I printed it, but I didn't. So our exclusive coupon code for you guys, it is, and let me put it in the comments. Here we go. And on my screen.
Okay. Ivana, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's one of our biggest promo percentage discounts we've offered.
Yes, we don't normally offer 20% off an invoice, but we are. So this is good. This coupon code MWM OCT20 is good for 20% off one Mayesh Direct Box Lot order with a maximum discount of $200. So this coupon is good until the end of November 30th. And yeah, just like what Charity said, we don't give out 20% discounts like hardly ever because our margins are super, super low on Mayesh Direct Box Lot. So this is super special, guys. I hope that you take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Yay! Super exciting. Anyone have any questions before we let you go? I know this was a lot of information. And again, I hope that now that we've done this, that you're not intimidated. It's not scary. We try to make it as intuitive as possible. And even if it is a little, if you're still not sure, that's okay too. You have us, you have your sales reps, you have your branches, your managers. We're all up and educated on all these different programs. And we're definitely here to help you anytime, any day.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it, guys. So we do have a next Mornings with Mayesh scheduled for November 11th at 2 p.m. Eastern. That's kind of my go-to time right now with virtual school and things like that because, I always have my little ones with tech issues and questions. And so that just seemed a little crazy. So that's one of the reasons for this 2 p.m. And also, it seems like people are liking a later time, especially my West Coasters. And I'm super excited about this next episode because I have Nicole Cleary of Nicole Cleary Photography, along with Logan Martin of Good Notion, and they're going to be talking about how to up your visual storytelling game with photos and video. So we're going to be talking a lot about that and how you can do some of your own photos and video, how to make those better, but also the benefits of using the professionals and maybe different instances when you should think about using pros. I love Nicole and Logan. They are like literally part of our family. So I'm really excited to bring this topic to you guys. So if you have any questions, make sure you send them over to me or DM me, email me, however you want to contact me. You guys know it by now, right? You know how to get a hold of me, I hope, anyhow. Or even put it in the comments. I'll see it. And that's it, guys. That's a wrap. Thank you so much, Charity, for spending the last hour and 15 minutes with me. We didn't do too bad. Thank you to all of you guys, and I hope you have an amazing day. Thanks, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.